Am I the asshole for not keeping my thoughts on my sister's ridiculous baby names, Stanford and Yale, to myself? First of all,
I didn't understand what that was.
All right.
hey, straight up, I don't even have to read the rest to know this girl's not an asshole because her sister was going to name one of her fucking kids Stanford or Yale. Advice Pod, happy Friday or whatever day it is that you're listening to this. We have some very important things to talk to you about today. Namely, it is advice for you, Raysean. I believe you are first, my friend.
Ooh, am I are. Random thoughts. Are young people actually more entitled now? Or do they just not want to pit up with more bullshit? Ooh. Or do they just not want to pit up with more bullshit?
When I put this outline together, I kind of already pre-populated everybody's respective answers in my head. And I know that I'm probably the fucking one who would be the facilitator between the two sides. All right.
Okay.
So I feel like, Kelly, you can go first.
All right, I have a question.
Okay.
What counts as young people?
Anybody from
teenagers?
I would say, yeah, I mean, teenagers. Teenagers probably, because, 13, you start to like develop your own sense of what the world is and what is and isn't fair. All right. So maybe, that's a good starting point. 13 on up to say like, I don't know. I don't think we're considered young people anymore.
No,
in our 30s.
we're totally young people.
So anybody under 40? Is that where we should cap it at?
Yeah, it's youngin'.
Like, I don't fucking know, man. 40 is like middle age.
We should probably cap it at 18.
Yeah?
No, because then we're talking about high school fucking kids.
Because high school kids are entitled, but I think that high school kids have always been entitled.
Yeah.
Let's say 24.
We didn't force them to work in a mine before.
25,
you know what I mean?
because 25 is when your brain is done developing fully. All right. So from 13 to 25. All right.
Okay.
Weird age range, but we're in there. Okay.
So I'm going to say that I do think that young people are pretty entitled. I don't know if I think that it's necessarily more so than they have always been throughout time. But I think when you're young, you have this grandiose idea of yourself and you don't really have a lot of like risk and reward shit going on in your brain. And personally, I think kind of good for them, because there was this study that said that like people entering the workforce right now, like 18 to 25, will just quit their job and get a new job if they think that the work like is not great or the environment sucks or their boss is shitty or whatever. And I say good for you. Like, I wish, you know what I mean? If I didn't have kids and need health insurance, I wish I could just walk out on a job. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, the world's crumbling around you. Leave shitty situations. But I do think young people in general are kind of entitled, but I don't know. Like, who cares? Like, be entitled. They always have been.
Okay.
See, I'm in a mix of where, like, I want to say they are entitled, because sometimes I feel like some of the stuff that they bitch about is just some of the stuff you have to go through just to see, like, to actually become a better person. Like, sometimes it seems like they try to X that stuff out, and now you have all these, like, weirdly immoral people outside, because, like, some of these people, like, you can't even tell where they are rationally because they just so, like, out there. But I will say not pitting up with some of the bullshit, like when you were just talking about like with work. Yes, I feel that it is a good time for like a lot of people to stop. If you feel like you're not making enough money and what you're doing is bullshit, it's time for you to fucking quit. I've quit 3 jobs. I've quit like on my break, like be like, you know what, I can't see myself going back in there and doing that shit. So I don't know if that puts me in this category like that, but I'm just saying. But I feel like entitled and acclaimed, but I feel like the world makes people entitled though. It's because everybody can be famous. Everybody's opinion somehow matters, but doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? But if you make a big enough fuss about it.
The
People
internet.
would, like, you know what I mean? It's just it's what the world has made everyone become, and that's just basically how it just is. It's just how generations work. They are the generation of the internet.
Yeah, I really think, because think about it, like even like us in middle school, like, well, maybe not you, Raysean, I don't know, but Kyle, you and I, like middle school, like maybe some people had Blackberries or whatever, but people were not like online all the time. Like if you wanted to share your opinion, you had to be like you know what I mean? You had to be like a theater kid, or like talk about it in high school and like get your friends together or whatever. You didn't have all these people listening to you. But now you can just put your opinion. Anyone can just put their opinion. People can have a podcast and just broadcast their opinions to people. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone's looking for their 5 seconds of fame.
We have valuable shit to say. Don't fucking write us off like that.
I'm just saying, you know, like.
I feel you. I feel you. Calling the kettle black.
Hell yeah. All right. You guys are pretty. First of all, we are way more in line. I don't know why I doubted my two best friends like this. This fucking.
Did you think I was going to say no? You thought I was going to say they're not.
You thought we were going to come in here and be like, on some crazy redneck shit.
All right, Kelly, what did you think? What did you think that I thought your answer was going to be?
I think that you were going to say that I don't think people are more entitled. And I think that I was going to get all on my high horse about like people's developing and people deserve our good opinions, and entitlement is not really what it is, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And Ray, what did you think that I was going to think about your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't even know what you thought.
I think
you were going to get in here.
Hell yeah, like, super entitled. Kids.
I hope I can go down the street and push some kids into a ditch because they suck.
I had a gun. They fucking entitled.
Oh damn! No, I wasn't going that route.
No, but Ray, we're way more on the same wavelength than I thought we would be, mainly because the way that you talked about not only just putting out your own opinion, but also ingesting the opinions of literally everybody else. Like, especially with the age range that we set from 13 to 25. Think about that, dude. A 13-year-old today in 2023, they were born in 2010. They've never not known high-speed internet. Somebody who's 25, born in 1998. By the time they got on the internet, they were probably already in the DSL working toward high-speed internet. My point is, like Kelly said, they have been from a very young age, like always online, and thus always much more aware of other things going on outside of their own general worldview, right? So they've ingested all these opinions about people being like, man, work sucks. I got $7.25 an hour to wrap up some fucking tacos at Taco Bell, and it's not enough. Like, they've already been predispositioned to be like, fuck this, things are sort of unfair, which
good for them.
Wrong. Yeah, not wrong. Good for them. I'm glad that they're more aware of it. But Raysean, you fucking hit on it as well, dude. They see all of that and they're like, man, there's a lot of injustice in the world, and I'm not going to let myself become a victim of it. And I'm going to stand up to injustice and quit this shitty job, or not take a shitty job that it's not worth it to me. But the other part of it is, because they take so much of that in, they start to not see that there is a certain amount of hardship that any person will have to face in their lives, unfortunately.
Yes.
But it is part of like how you grow as a person and become who you are and learn what you learn. So like, yes, I do think kids are a little bit more entitled because of things like that. They feel like they've got the ability, because they're aware of it. Like I say all the time, dude, being aware of your own shortcomings doesn't absolve you of them. It's sort of like that, but in a different context. Being aware of all the shortcomings and misfortunes of the world doesn't mean that you're immune to them. They're still going to happen, unfortunately. And kids who think that they can sidestep that just because they know about them, unfortunately, they're wrong, and that reeks of entitlement. So, yes, kids are a little bit more entitled these days, but I think that also they're pretty fucking awesome at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can give it a take. I think the generation growing up right now is going to
get in line and get fucked like everybody else.
God damn, right? This is kids we're talking about. I wish, like, we literally said the age range starts at 13. Could you have picked a better phrase?
Well, I mean, what age did you start getting fucked at? No.
15, and I wasn't getting fucked. I was doing the fucking. Okay.
Well,
what about you,
all right. So I can't believe we're all pretty much on the same page here. All right, we don't all have to share the years.
I want to know.
Was Raysean like the 25-year-old virgin?
I was 17.
Really normal age for a girl to lose it. Good for you, Cal.
Thank you.
I was 18.
Nice.
That's also a normal age. I got to fucking a little early because, problems.
Nice. I was in an apartment and the walls were cinder block and they weren't even like
to know the specifics, dog. Why the fuck were the walls cinder blocks? How did the logistics even work on that?
There was no insulation.
God.
It was very weird. This is a weird apartment. Yeah.
Ooh, I think that next one's gonna seem like that's gonna be a little juicy.
Rough.
Is that what you think? It's gonna be juicy.
Looks like it.
R/adulting. First time getting fired. No idea how to handle it. Have you been fired before, Raysean?
Oh, when I was at Kroger, man.
Why you talk about Kroger so much? Because you got fired from there once?
That was my first job, man, and I remember I had so many mixed thoughts that day. Ooh, Lord. Oof. Let's go back to this.
All right. First time getting fired. No idea how to handle it. I'm sure Raysean wasn't thinking about handling it with a gun when he got fired from Kroger. I'm really sorry if this isn't meant for here. I just have no idea where to go. I, 21-year-old female, worked at a distillery until about 20 minutes ago. Oh, and your first thought was to post this shit on Reddit, dog? Get a fucking friend. Oh my God. I worked there since February and loved my coworkers, and my employers were pretty good people. I got fired this morning because I have no integrity. Okay. Which sent me into a panic attack when I got home.
Girl, you don't have to say that part.
He must agree with that or something.
I've had 7 jobs over the past 5 years, many overlapping, and I've never been fired. I've even got an employee of the month from one of them, being my most recent job at a bakery. This job pushed me in a good way, in ways I've never been pushed, and I thought I did great. I knew I had a few issues with my boss and never felt like she trusted me. Mm. She said to people that she, quote unquote, never liked to hire young adults because they don't work. And when I had an ER visit when I first started and came back with a doctor's note, ... she thought I was lying until I showed a receipt, and even then didn't believe me. After that, about a month later, I had a family issue, which I wanted to be kept private, and she told me it was affecting my work, so I needed to come clean. Oh, okay. I told her, apologized, and she said I need to take accountability and not make excuses. That was a month or so ago. And today, she fired me because in our rush to leave on time, I forgot to clean part of the popcorn machine. I knew I had forgotten the night before, but was told by my coworker that I can't fix it because I was clocked out already. This fucking child sounds like it sucks. So I said, okay, and we left. What do? I've never been told I have no integrity, and I've never been anywhere close to fired. We live in a small town, and they know everyone, so I'm freaked out.
Okay, first of all,
I want to.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You should be blessed that you got fucking fired, because your job is making me feel like I would have went insane on her. No integrity. No, fuck you. You'd have told me I don't got no fucking integrity. Bitch, is this the movie theaters? Because this would have sounded like, don't get fucking trippy with me, bitch, because you're the manager at the fucking movie theaters. Oh, hell no. I would lose my fucking mind. And that right there would have me walking all the way to the car saying some shit that I probably shouldn't say, because they'd be like, did you hear that? We might need to call the police. Like, because that's the crazy ass, like, what the fuck? You won't believe what that bitch just told me. Like, I don't have no integrity. Like, oh. And then I don't feel like it was kind of set up. Like, what the coworker tell you can't clean it up.
For real, you already clocked out. You can't fix the thing that you forgot to do. Like, who the fuck's that coworker? That coworker sounds like a douchebag too.
I was like, you couldn't clean it. Why couldn't the coworker? That's how I know it's like some BS. They probably wanted you out of there. You should definitely be blessed that you don't have to work there no more. Hopefully this is not a job that you need to put on your resume or anything. You probably can just go find another job. I don't know how old you are, or maybe they did tell your age,
21, I think.
21?
Yeah, 21-year-old female working at a distillery. Like a rum.
Is that an alcohol place or something?
Yeah, it's like a brewery, but for rum, I believe.
Okay, so I mean, like, I feel like you would probably go to another distillery or something. You should be cool. This just seemed like some wacko people that was gonna be on your ass. And I hate managers like this. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, honestly, that's so triggering. If someone said to me, "You have no integrity," holy shit! Like, even just hearing it, it's like,
you got some balls. You got some balls.
How dare you? No one has ever said anything like that to my face. I would maybe cry, actually, just in the moment, because, like, what the fuck?
Like,
no integrity. Who are you?
Thank you, Raysean. That's exactly what I would say to her. I'm like, just so we're both on the same page, could you please give me your definition of integrity? Because I firmly believe that you're using that word in a way that it's not meant to be used. You keep saying that word. I don't think that you mean what this word. I don't think you know what this word means. Like,
I don't think it means what you think it means.
She thinks that the boss meaning or whatever is that
maybe she's thinking like work ethic or like.
Yeah, I think she means like she's not perfectionist exactly working how she wants her to work.
I've supervised kids like this. A 20-year-old kid who's home from fucking college and is just like
just doing a job.
Within a month, they've got 3 reasons to call out. And each time it's like a legit reason, I guess, and that they have paperwork. But it is pretty fucking annoying. But what I will say is this girl's had so many other jobs that she's never had one single problem with.
So she
ever.
Says.
And so she says. But like she said that she's never been close to fired or been said that she's without integrity. So let's just take her at her word with that. All right. In that case, I'm with you, right? It sounds like you dodged a bullet and got out of a shitty fucking work environment after a month. You found out you were wrong and taking this job very quickly. Amen. God bless. Move on. But honestly, dude, if I was your supervisor and you did this shit 3 times in the first month, I'd be like, dude, do you really want to work here? Because you fucked me 3 times in 4 weeks. Is this going to be a weekly thing now? It would become a problem to me if I was your supervisor 100%. I wouldn't say she didn't have integrity, but...
Because I know you said, like, what she said, that she hasn't had problems with their other jobs, but she is saying that she's had 7 jobs in 5 years. How often do you, like, when you get a job, how long do you hold a job for? Like,
she's 21, man. Think about that. So since
it depends if she's going to school, but then also that would be interesting that they're not bringing her back, because usually most people go back to their job.
A job. Yeah, you wouldn't want to learn a whole new job every time or whatever in between school. Wouldn't you just find a job that kind of works, like whatever with your school schedule?
Maybe she quits before they about to fire.
Yeah. Maybe
this one just got to her before. She didn't think it was gonna be a month.
We're just gonna say that this girl's name was like Molly. Okay, when I worked at a supermarket, I had a girl like this. We're gonna call her Molly. She always had an excuse to be taken off the schedule for long weeks at a time, and then she'd show up at like 5:30 on a Tuesday and work until 8:30. Because that's when her schedule allowed for her based off of her schoolwork and what her parents allowed her to do. This girl sounds a little bit like a Molly to me.
I can understand. But now I'm trying to think of how mad at, like, as a manager, because you brought in that perspective, Kyle. Would you have to be as somebody to be like, you know what? I'm firing you because you have no integrity.
No integrity.
You gotta be pissed. Yeah. Like, you gotta be like, I don't even want to hear the bullshit. You have no integrity.
That is a pretty big cut, dude. I feel like that's a way to be like, that's like the nice dressed up way of saying like you're a real piece of shit.
I honestly think I'm gonna use this next time I'm like, someone's really horrible. I think I'm gonna say this to them because it's fucking offensive. I'm offended on her behalf. Like,
especially if they know what it means. If they don't know what it means, they might be puzzled for a second, trying to figure out, like, should they be offended?
What is that?
Let me get out my fucking dictionary.
Integrity, like.
Oh, God. Definitely don't go around telling people you got fired because you have no integrity, though. Like, don't tell people that. Just that you got fired.
What a weird way to start the post, though, for real. I got fired because I have no integrity.
It grabbed your attention. Attention grabber.
That's true.
Give her that.
Also, like 20 minutes after you get fired, your first thing is to go to Reddit to ask for like.
She probably was angry. She probably was in a car like, I can't believe that bitch that I got no integrity. And instead of not loading the bullets in the gun, she went to Reddit. I got to give her props because me, I don't know. I would have been mad as hell.
No. We all know. We all know exactly what you want to say right now. Ding, ding, ding. Second segment of the show. Raysean solving shit with a gun. It's not racist if it's something he actually says, right?
Damn.
I would have been super pissed.
All right, so this girl, we're giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, your integrity is probably all right.
She's on thin fucking ice with me though, Molly.
What was her exact question? How should she feel, or what she should do, or
no? Basically, the question was like, first time I don't know how to handle it. All right, I don't know how to handle it. I'll tell you how to fucking handle it. Get another job. That's how you handle it.
You turn it into
ask what happened at the last one. You say that your last job was at the fucking bakery. You won an award for being the world's greatest baker over the fuck.
Yeah, don't ever even mention that job. I wouldn't fuck them.
A distillery.
That was a blimp in my life.
Yeah.
A little blip. No faster way to broadcast that you're an absolute alcoholic than saying that you willingly wanted to work at a distillery.
True.
That's a joke. I'm sure there are people who don't drink who work in public alcohol service. So.
Yeah, when you're 21.
Yeah.
If I was 21, if I could work at a rum distillery, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably play at a rum distillery. But now I'm 34 and I can play at breweries and other places. I just want to stay home. So
same. Never leave the house.
What?
That's that.
Would you still, if you could experience like a nice spring break, like how they have it on MTV parties and stuff, would you do it at this age?
At this age, no. At 18, 21, 22, sure. 18, no. 34, no.
It's probably are some 34-year-olds or 35-year-olds out there trying to be like, I still got it.
And they're getting like sand kicked in their fucking face, and people are making fun of them.
They like pulled their back out next morning.
I say that, and I'm like over here over my shoulder, like, oh yeah, I'll go to spring break. Feel that bad over here. Twin rotator. I don't know what it is. I actually
got you out there playing beach volleyball. You're trying to play with the youngins.
No,
I can't even walk in the sand for that long. It hurts my legs.
I believe, Kelly, you are up.
Yes.
What do you have? Is it a would you?
Would you rather? Yeah. Would you rather?
I'd rather do this, yes.
All right, let's listen. So which ability would you rather have? I will post/pin a comment that has more details. All right. So the first one is having the answer to every question asked to you by someone. And then the other one is being able to speak or understand any language directly spoken, written, or signed to you.
Okay.
Isn't there supposed to be like a comment with more?
I was looking for a pinned comment from this kid, but I don't see a pinned comment anywhere.
I mean, it's not that too.
They're not very hard to understand, I feel. So
yeah, it is
pretty self-explanatory.
I would feel like an oracle.
Answer to every question asked to you by anyone, or being able to speak, understand any language directly spoken, written, or signed to you. Okay.
You can make money from both.
Sure.
I guess. But what if people ask you to back up your answers? You know what I mean? Like, what if someone's like, what's the answer to everything? But you don't have any, like, you can't cite your sources because it just comes to you. No.
That's an interesting thing, dude. So do you only know everything if someone asks you a specific question?
That's what it says. Yeah, questions asked to you. So you don't know it if someone asks it. So, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't be like super smart. Like you couldn't take a test and just answer every question.
It's like ask Google. So you're like Google. You know what I mean? It's like, hey Siri, but if someone was like, hey Raysean,
being able to talk,
turn Siri on. Whoopsie, let me X out of that.
I think I like the answer thing because, like, just being able to answer anyone's question. But I think one of the things that I would feel to be more useful to me would be the one to be able to speak any language and be able to understand and like write it. And the reason is because like you'll be able to speak to different places like Japan and stuff like that. And like my mind would be to be like to create like animations and stuff like, and I really want to talk to them and understand like how they did certain things and stuff like that. So I feel like that would be the only way I would be able to communicate with them like that. So that would be me.
How did I know Raysean was going to go with the second option based solely off of being able to understand and potentially make his own anime?
The only thing I want to say about that, though, is that I think you only understand it while it's being spoken to you. So I think like just listening to other conversations, you don't understand, but you only understand it when it's spoken to you. Because that's what it says.
Directly spoken. It does say that. Directly spoken
to you. So like if somebody else is having a conversation, or if you're just listening to audio or whatever, you wouldn't understand it. You only understand it if they're speaking to you.
Come on, bro. Directly to me, the audience, I get it.
If I was just talking to, if I'm just doing how I was just saying, like my plan, I'm just talking to them over the phone or something. So that would still work for me.
Okay.
Directly.
Raysean, what's
but then it also say something about like written work. You can like understand written work. All right, that has to be written to me. Okay. So yeah, it'd be cool. That's the one. I'm going that route.
Going that one. Okay.
I'm going that one too, but not for the reasons of making my own anime. I just feel like, I mean, basically you could be I understand like the very direct, like to you kind of deal, but like I've always thought like if I could have one superpower that isn't flying or teleportation, it'd be you could understand any language, like common tongue, like a linguist kind of level shit. For a few reasons. One, it's very practical. You can communicate with effectively anybody on the planet, which is awesome. But also, I could just talk to way more girls that way and be like, "What's up, baby? Let's talk in your native tongue." And then it'd only be a matter of time until I found the one that was for me. But instead, I'm stuck in this hellscape called America with 180 million women or whatever the fuck. I don't even know how many women are
entitled. No, I'm just saying
entitled ass bitches. I mean, women's. That's what we said. We removed the B word from our vernacular a few weeks ago. We're sticking to it.
I don't even get why. I don't feel like bitch is even offensive.
It doesn't to you because you know us, dude. If we say "What's up, bitch," you know that we don't mean nothing by it. But if we say it to some other bitch that we don't know, you're like, "What's up, bitch?" You're like, "What'd you call me?" It's like I didn't mean nothing by it, but they don't know that. It's all about context with the bitch. It's all about familiarity. Anyway, I'm still going with the language thing, so I can sweet talk women in all sorts of languages. Amen.
Nice.
Jesus would agree.
I agree that Jesus would agree. He's totally down for that.
You think Jesus?
What about you, Kelly?
I definitely am also picking languages, but not necessarily because I think that one would benefit me that much. I mean, even though it would be interesting, but because I would fucking hate it if I knew the answer and people were asking me questions all the time. First of all, people don't really ask me that many questions, so maybe it wouldn't even be useful. Two, I don't want to fucking know everything that everyone asks me. What if people ask me weird ass fucking shit and now all of a sudden I know it? I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ignorant is bliss. Okay, yeah, gross. 16. Like, I don't want to know weird ass fucking shit about that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to know.
People, once people realize that you have that ability, everyone's going to be up your ass to have them ask, be able to ask you a question.
Yeah,
and nobody wants that.
So you know what you do? You charge $1 billion a question and only work for the government.
No, ain't nobody going to ask you a question ever.
Only work because the government's going to pay it, and they're going to ask you some of the bullshit questions.
No, you don't want the government to know. The government knows they lock you up, and then they torture you and ask you questions. Let's be real. That's true.
Yeah, that's okay. I guess.
The government wouldn't pay you; they would just capture you and put you in a cell and use you that way.
Experiment.
Yeah, you have to have another kind of power to kind of keep them at bay. If all you can do is answer questions, they could get you. You know what I mean?
Well, you'd have to be like an X-Man in that case. You'd have to have like superior human physical ability. And also like you'd have to have a team of mutants to maybe bail you out of jail with their own cooler superpowers outside of, what would they call you? Like the answer? The question? The Oracle's already thing. The question's already thing. Is the answer already a superhero? Probably.
Who are you? I'm
The
the answer,
answer?
baby.
I'm the answer, bitch.
All your problems.
Sorry, I forgot. No more B words.
They be like, who are you? The man of your dreams.
Yeah. I feel like that one is so annoying. So I think the language one is so awesome. I mean, I don't speak to that many people that know other languages, so I would have to like meet some new people. But I would fucking hate people asking me questions all the time.
See, Kelly, I thought you would go with the question one. You never. I guess your kids aren't at the age they haven't really been asking you about their homework, have they? See,
Yeah, they haven't been asking me about their homework. They've been asking me about everything. They're asking me awkward questions sometimes. I don't want to answer. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to answer these questions.
Define awkward. Give us an advice. Give us an example, please.
Well, it's just like my older daughter is really like curious about like, you know, like curious about like
something
babies.
so stupid.
They're like asking all sorts of questions about like babies, like why can't teenagers have babies? And I'm like, oh, they can, but it's like not great. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's trying to skirt, like, not trying to shame anyone who had kids young. I also had kids young, but also trying to firmly, you know, let her know that she should be grown up and in a happy and committed relationship before she makes that leap. And it's just like awkward and weird.
Sometimes I feel like you can't always be PC when you trying to express some thoughts. You know what I mean?
Real.
Sometimes you just gotta just say how you feel.
But then
it's
she's
good
like,
to always think about other people. I know it's good. Always instill that into their minds, but always remember sometimes, you know.
Yeah. And I want them to like believe in magic still and like have like a nice childhood. So sometimes they'll be like, do you think fairies are real? And I'm like, yeah, because like I like kind of think that they're real-ish, you know, like maybe I sort of believe in magic kind of, but like
I don't know how my life's been. If a fairy just randomly showed up, I would probably interrogate the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think I was on drugs.
You just come now? You like out of all of the times you could have been here? Like, oh.
So yeah.
All right.
Languages.
Well, yep. Languages for us. Because nobody's asking us questions because people are annoying. Also, Kelly's kids are entering a weird phase. Anyway.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it though is like the only questions would be cool is if I'll have to write down questions that I would want to know.
Yeah.
And then have somebody tell me the questions I would want like answers. Like that's the only way it'd be good to me.
How do we make contact with aliens? Like, there are certain things I'd fucking like to know. You know what I mean? Like, is the Loch Ness Monster real? I want to know.
Some stuff I don't need to know if it's real. I'd be like, damn, now I know. Like, you know,
oh, no, I want the answer to be yes. What if the answer is no? I would be so depressed.
If only.
What if it be something crazy? They'd be like, what is the Titanic accident even real? And then like, no. And you be like, oh shit, what the fuck's been going on? I'm like, I didn't know.
You know what this reminded me of? Raysean, remember when we did that episode with the movies and you asked if the Titanic was real? Do you remember that? Bro.
I'll be honest, I did not know that was real.
Imagine not knowing that, and then all these people went down in a submarine to go see it, and you're like, fucking idiots, that was a movie. That would have been so fucking funny.
Now, think if you, especially if he was on the news saying that, like, I don't know what the fuck they were going down there. That would be your credibility right there would have been immediately gone.
Same.
I would look at you like, what the fuck did he just do?
Hilarious.
But that would have been me because I did not know, honestly. I guess they thought they was gonna find Leonardo DiCaprio down there or something.
Justice, yeah. Could have fit on that door.
Am I the asshole?
Are you an asshole? I don't know.
I am an asshole. Born and raised and
You think so?
basically given. Yeah, I'm always an asshole. I don't try to be. It's just innately inside of me.
Feel that, dude. It's a defense mechanism. Anyway, let's read about this girl being an asshole, or maybe not being an asshole. I'm not really sure. I have to figure out if I can read this. Am I the asshole for not keeping my thoughts on my sister's ridiculous baby names, Stanford and Yale, to myself? First of all,
I didn't understand what that was.
Already.
hey, straight up, I don't even have to read the rest to know this girl's not an asshole because her sister was going to name one of her fucking kids Stanford or Yale. Oh my God, this is a real world that we live in. Truly, we live in the worst fucking timeline. This goddamn planet is a hellscape. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings. There's me, 34-year-old male, my sister Katie, 35-year-old female, and my brother Ian, 38-year-old male. Out of the 3 of us, Katie is the one who, quote, made it. Those are her words. She attended Yale Law School. A fucking course she did. She attended Yale Law School and is engaged to a neurosurgeon, Daniel, who attended Stanford Medical School. Oh, my God. These people are the assholes. Do we need to finish reading it? I
just want to hear it, but I do think this is hilarious.
Over the years, it's become clear that Katie looks down on me and Ian because we aren't as ambitious / successful / credentialed as she is. Katie has expressed her astonishment that the family business is profitable, even though someone who got C's in high school and never went to college, aka me, has been running the day-to-day operations for 10 plus years. Oh Katie also once told Ian to his face that he, quote, wasted his potential. The context is Ian was the valedictorian of his high school class, just like Katie. He wasted his potential by dropping out of college to help mom run the family business after dad passed away. Holy shit, dude. This girl is such a fucking... Oh my God.
I can't wait to give my advice.
Oh my God. Katie and Daniel recently posted that Katie is pregnant with twin boys. So what the... All right. You got both of your stupid names in. And their names would be Stanford and Yale. Oh, okay. I commented, congratulations, but later I texted her to say that it wasn't right to give the boys ridiculous names that would put them under immense pressure to succeed from a very young age. Or just like stupid fucking names that aren't traditionally used for people because they're literally historical Ivy League colleges. You want, all right, Stan and what? Yale? You call your kid Yale? Oh my God. These Katie and Daniel need to be seriously taken the fuck out back and beaten the fuck up by somebody who knows better than them. It's crazy to me that you can go and have like this world-class education and still just be completely fucking disconnected from reality to the point where you think that this is somehow a good idea. God damn, dude. I also asked her about what would happen if one or both of them wasn't as successful / perfect as she'd hoped. We all know what would happen, dude. She'd take them out back and abort them like when they're 9. Kate didn't like the points that I made. She texted back, I wasn't asking for opinions, especially from someone like you. Consider yourself uninvited from our wedding until you sincerely apologize. To be honest, I was already leaning towards not attending due to Katie's condescending attitude towards me, but someone like you comment sealed the deal. I told Ian what happened, but he said that I should have kept my thoughts to myself. Well, Ian, you're a fucking cuck too. Who's got the first advice? I'm
gonna go ahead first.
These are literally the type of people that I go out of my way to never interact with in my life because I know that if I had to, I would give them such a fucking stark dose of reality that they would choke to fucking death and I'd be responsible for not 1 but 2 murders. Fucking technically 4 now if you count the twins. Because Stanford and Yale, I ain't making sure they get fucking emergency delivered. I hope they fucking die first. Go ahead, Ray. What do you got?
Well, my first advice would be, damn, I was hoping Ian was going to be on your side. Well, fuck Ian, fuck your sister, Ian. Fuck her husband. The whole idea of the whole Stanford and Yale, I agree with the whole pressure thing because now you basically put pressure on them from the beginning. Because like if they don't go to those schools, it's like, what the fuck? Well, why are you named Yale? Why are you from Stanford?
Imagine going to Yale and being named Yale even. That's fucking weird.
Forget the pressure, bro. They're not going to go to college for best case scenario at least 18 years. That is a long life of getting bullied, dude.
Yeah.
No.
It's I don't know what they're actually saying or like if people think they're going to see that name and think ooh, they're super smart. You know what I mean? That's like Yale. That's so, I don't know.
Imagine if they come out less than developmentally abled. Perhaps they were developmentally disabled.
But then she like had that whole thing was like if they don't come out the way you want them or aren't as smart, or how you gonna feel about that. I feel like it just I think they're stupid ass people. I don't think I would deal with them anyway, because any people that can talk down to me and I'm living and doing what I need to do successfully, you can fuck yourself. Because these are the type of people who like they are always snooty when they're up, but when shit hit the fan and things are starting not going well, they don't know how to handle those situations. Really no people that like fall and don't understand nothing, and then they're messing up all the people that can help them up the like when they do fall by being assholes when they're up, because now nobody want to fuck with you, because now you only nice when you're down. You know what I mean? When you had it, you didn't want to do nothing. So fuck your sister. And that's the crazy thing, that y'all can't even have a relationship within siblings, that like you gotta talk down to me like that. Like I don't know. I don't like. There's certain things I probably would say to my brother that I probably wouldn't say to a normal person, but I wouldn't stoop that low to like that anyway, because I think that's stupid.
I've got two thoughts before you go, Cal, just like real quick thoughts. The first one is, given the situation of like you and your brother help run the family business for your mom or with your mom, now that your dad's passed away and it's going well, it seems, you're in a good position with the rest of your family. This woman seems to be the outlier, if anything. And she's very successful doing whatever she's doing with her fucking neurosurgeon husband. Cool. My point is, this presents an amazing opportunity to separate entirely. And you know what? You don't want to go to their wedding? That's fucking fine, dude. You don't have to talk to her no more. She doesn't need to be involved in your life. You don't need to be involved in hers. No harm, no foul. If something does happen to her badly later on down the line, like Ray was saying, she's burned the bridges with the people who can help her back up. The second point I need to make, only because I don't know why it crossed my mind, but I said the developmentally able, disabled thing, right? God fucking forbid this set of twins comes back and they get like those early pregnancy tests and say like they've got some kind of, what's the word? Is it defect? That probably sounds wrong. Is it an impairment? I'm not sure. Disability is probably the right word, right? Let's just say these kids come back with some kind of disability and they have the option to, assuming they live in a fucking state that isn't completely archaic and rolling back fucking Roe v. Wade laws. Let's just say these kids are not going to live a very successful life like they think the fucking names Stanford and Yale are going to anoint them to do, right? This person, this woman specifically, sounds like the type of person who would get an abortion for the children, all right? And I wouldn't fault her for that at all. But she would get pregnant again. Let's just say, for the sake of my argument here, she would get pregnant again with twins and name those kids Stanford and Yale. Because it's not about her having two healthy, happy children. It is about her having two children in which she has put the name of her own school and her husband's school on. And that's weird, fucking weird behavior, dude. This girl should not be allowed to have children until she reconsiders the fact that she wants to name one of her kids Stanford or Yale. Seriously, this guy's right to be fine with letting her go. This woman needs a wellness check, like at home by the police, to make sure she's not about to fucking kill herself with how miserable her fucking life was with all these dumbass decisions she's making. Anyway,
I was gonna say, go ahead.
I've always wanted to name my kids Hispanic names.
Like what?
Like Estevez or Chavez. I think they're just cooler names, in my opinion.
Chavez Gadsden. My sister's boyfriend's name is Esteban.
I like that.
I fucks with that. I always like Hispanic names, but you know. Oh, and also, fuck the wedding.
Yeah, don't go to that wedding.
For real, don't go.
Genuinely, I feel like I didn't even think of it this way, Kyle, until you said it. Naming her kid Stanford and Yale is just because she can't bring up the fact. It's just because it doesn't come up enough naturally that she goes to Stanford and Yale. You know
Andy
what I mean?
Bernard went to Cornell. Have you ever heard that? Like, it's that exactly. This girl is
It's just that
Andy
it doesn't
Bernard
come
trying to
up.
look for excuses to
bring
mention
it
to people
up.
that he went to Cornell. Exactly.
You know, like she could
Why
be wearing the
say
sweatshirt,
Yale?
wearing this stuff, and people are just not bringing it up enough. She can't talk about it. She has no personality. And then to the poor, you know, to the sister or sibling or whoever, like, I feel bad that you're trying to maybe, you know, help these kids not have like a shitty life with these shitty names. But unfortunately, these kids are going to have maybe a kind of shitty life because their parents are going to be so horrible. And that really sucks. I feel like these are people that are going to grow up and be like, why don't my kids ever talk to me? Who knows, you know, like, I wonder. I don't know.
True
I don't know, what
mystery.
a dick. You know, your brother
Hey.
quit school to help, you know, your mom when your dad passes away, and you're going to be like, you've wasted your potential. Like, what an asshole. Genuinely, like, I would never speak to this person again.
And it wasn't like she like forego or forgone helping her mom run the business or whatever. I don't know if she was in the family business at any point, but it's like, you went to Stanford fucking medical school and your two brothers dropped out of college to help your mom because your dad died.
Yeah.
And now you're going to sit down here and fucking talk down to them? Like,
Yeah, don't be an ass. Like,
To be
what an
honest,
asshole.
if you really want to state the truth, the reason why she was able to finish is probably because they stopped going to school, went back to help their mom, taking that tension off of you to be able to finish.
potentially.
Like, that's basically
Stanford ain't cheap, dude, either. Like, maybe her family helped her pay her way through school. Maybe not. Maybe she's just going to drown in loans for the fucking rest of her life for the sake of being able to brag that she went to Stanford. What a stupid, dumb bitch.
Imagine me.
I don't even care that I called her a
I
bitch,
don't
dude. I
know.
fucking stand by it. Context is everything. In this case, she's a stupid, dumb bitch.
I
It
can't even
depends on-
imagine running into someone and having them introduce themselves to me and be like, oh yeah, my name's Yale.
This is my baby Stanford. Imagine she's the type of person who wouldn't even introduce their baby as Stan. It would be Stanford every single fucking time.
Because I went to Stanford. And this is Yale. My neurosurgeon.
Because that's what you'll be looking, because they be like, Stanford?
And this is my
What's
husband's
Stanford?"
child, Yale.
And then
That's
imagine
what
if they do go to those schools. How fucking weird would that be?
They
I'm
won't.
Stanford and I go
They
to
fucking won't.
Stanford. That would be almost weirder to like go. Oh
They
god.
might. I don't know. They might. I don't know. Rich people do
Just to
some
try to
weird
get
shit.
their parents'
Alumni
love.
families
You know?
and such. I feel
Why
like that's
doesn't
the only
everyone
way to
love
get your
me?
parent.
I went to
Yeah.
Stanford just like she asked.
Your mom doesn't love you because your mom's been trying not to kill herself every day for the last 25
30
fucking
years.
years. And she thought that maybe by naming you Stanford after she graduated from Stanford would give her some kind of validation and reason to get up out of bed in the morning. But surprise, that wasn't
Spoiler
solved
alert.
either. So your mom doesn't love you because she don't love herself. And it's only a matter of time till she kills herself and you're an orphan. Hopefully, that's best case scenario. Because obviously it was a murder-suicide with your dumbass dad from Yale. Then you boys can get put in the
Jesus.
system and you orphans could fucking figure out and pick some new ass names and forget all about your neuroscience papa and your bitch ass dumbass mama. The
Yeah.
end.
What happened to Gregory? Like Greg.
I bet you the husband.
That's
That's my
my
dad's name and my middle name.
No
Shout out to
way,
Greg.
really?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's all true.
That's a character from Fairy
Raysean, do you have a middle name? I feel like you don't.
Michael.
Michael?
Mikel?
Michael.
Kale. Michael.
Hmm.
That's cool. Kelly, you got a middle name?
I do. It's so basic. It's like one of the top 3 middle names for women.
Kelly
Brittany.
No.
Kelly
Did you
Amber.
say Whitney?
Brittany.
Oh, no. What did you say, Kyle?
I said Kelly Marie.
No.
And
It is. It's
Oh.
Anne.
That was another good one. Like Buffy
Yeah.
Ann Summers. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so common.
Please.
Lynn, Lynn, Marie, and Anne, I think are like the most common. Elizabeth, maybe.
Mm,
ooh, Elizabeth.
all
Mm.
good
I
ones.
was here,
All good ones.
Elizabeth.
So this guy's not the asshole, right? His sister's
Oh, God,
obviously a
no.
delusional piece of shit who needs to roll herself into traffic while she's sitting
Yeah.
in front of like a grocery shopping cart or something.
Yeah.
You know what you should do?
Damn.
Fuck the wedding. Look at the husband and be like, I pray for you.
Seriously, just be like, I don't have to go. Good luck to you and you only, Yale Senior or whatever the fuck you're trying to be. Ugh, so disgusting. All right,
I would be an asshole too.
Ugh.
Like, not even to be like that, uncle, but I'd be like, oh my God, here comes Yale. Stanford.
nope. I would automatically give. It's not the kids.
Could call them anything else.
They'll
Yeah.
never make it about the kids. It's not their fault. They never stood
Right.
a fucking chance given who their
No,
parents
poor
are and the
thing.
names they were given upon exit of this bitch's vagina. Listen, you give them the coolest nickname in the world and be the coolest uncle in the world should you ever be allowed to be back around them. But in all reality, like this is the part of my family that I would probably look to lose just because, I mean, I fucking hate rich people, generally speaking. Like, but rich people can exist without looking down, like without them having to like look down on other people. And these people seem like somebody who went to a rich person college. And they think that they're destined to be rich people, and they probably will be given their professions in life, but they've only sought it out in order to validate the way in which they look down on everybody. So seriously, fuck her, fuck the husband, I guess fuck the little kids, although it's not their fault. He's not the asshole. No. You definitely wasted your time by trying to do this, and you made a situation out of nothing, but you are in no way, shape, or form the asshole here. Your sister is one of the shittiest people I've ever heard about in the longest of fucking times. And I can validate that and say yes definitively to that solely based off of the name she chose for her still to be born children. That's how shitty she is. God damn, is that a state? All right. You guys.
I second that.
Hell yeah. Ray's always got my back.
Hell yeah.
You can do what you need to. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Make me feel better. Thank you.
Woo.
That's the advice this week. That's a crazy. Hope people enjoy the weekend. I hope people feel pumped up to go out there and fight somebody this weekend. Go punch a rich person in the fucking throat. And make sure you punch that subscribe button on YouTube, Apple Podcasts.
I don't second that.
No, come on. You don't. Yeah, Rachel doesn't second that because he seconds getting a gun and shooting a rich person. And
I
then
didn't
eating
say
their
that.
face. No, you didn't, but you said it with your thoughts and your eyes and previous thoughts that you've shared. Listen.
Well, when this gets played in court, Kyle, I want you just to be by yourself.
Definitely will pull these from court. Yeah.
I don't condone violence of any kind.
You're the most violent of the three. You're the most violent of the three. Hey, I heard about some girl today going to fucking town. Like she was obviously having a mental like episode breakdown.
Yeah.
Like she tried to go at 3 cops with a fucking hammer.
Holy shit, that wasn't my fault.
And they fucking shot her.
I'm not responsible for that.
She was having a mental breakdown, went at somebody with a hammer, and they shot her to death.
All I was saying is that it's a good thing to have in your house for self-defense reasons.
Unless you're self-defending against 3 cops with guns.
With guns, yeah. It's never. You don't bring a hammer to a gunfight.
That's the best advice we've shared the entire episode. All right. So that's it. Subscribe, comment down below if you're on YouTube. Let us know what you thought about some of the shitty advice that we gave. Was it all shitty? I don't really know. It could have been, are the young people actually entitled now? Have you ever been fired from a job? How did you handle it? Because I handled it never because I've never been fired because I'm an excellent employee. What would you rather do? Talk to hoes or know the questions to all the answers? Answers to all the questions. And also, is this guy the asshole? No, he's not. His sister literally is the worst fucking person I've ever heard about in such a long time that my blood is physically fucking boiling. You have to end the recording. All right?
Hey,
so please and we'll talk to you next week. Raysean, what do you got?
I thought when you was about to tell your story, you were going to say, you won't believe it was a girl violently masturbating. For some reason, I thought that's where you were going. I was going to say, why would she violently masturbate?
Because she really needed to get off, dog.
I don't know why I thought that's where that was going, man.
I also don't know why you thought that's where that was going.
I love that's where you thought it was going. All right, so don't violently masturbate. And Raysean, what's your thing?
Hey, don't be a butt cheek.